Her face immediately darkened. Isn't your daughter the top student? Tell her to go to the principal and say if they don't accept my son, she won't go either. Pull some strings, slip in some money to smooth things over, and my son will definitely get in. I was stunned by her shameless words. I shook my head in disbelief. No way. Have my daughter threatened the principal? How do you think people will see her? Besides, that middle school isn't just somewhere anyone can get into. I hadn't finished speaking when she interrupted me. She angrily said, your daughter has what she has today all because of me. I killed that cat to save her. Is this how you treat your savior? If I had known, I wouldn't have agreed to Aaron marrying you. You ungrateful person. I completely broke ties with Riley. Later, Aaron kept speaking up for Riley, trying hard to reconcile us, and even arranged a family trip. Only then did I reluctantly let it go. But I never expected that crazy Riley would actually push Nora and me off a cliff. Thinking of that inexplicable tragic death in my past life, I clenched my fists, hatred surging in my heart. Seeing that I remained silent and Riley didn't try to persuade me, Emily sighed and hesitated before speaking. Violet, this cat. I held Lucy tightly in my arms, gently nuzzling its soft fur with my cheek, and said firmly, Lucy is like a child to me. I will never give it away. I shot a cold glance at Riley, my tone suddenly turning icy. If anyone dares to touch my cat, don't blame me for turning hostile. Riley instantly got angry. Violet, don't think I'll kill this cat for your child's health like I did in our past life. I'd like to see what happens to your child without my help. Emily looked completely puzzled. I gently put Lucy down and unceremoniously kicked Riley out the door. Are you even human? Cursing your own niece. Get out. Get out of here right now. Riley stumbled from my push, almost falling. She furiously yelled, Violet, you bitch. Just you wait and see. After Riley left, Emily looked at me with reproach in her eyes. No matter what, Riley is Aaron's sister. How could you fall out with her over a cat? Now that you've kicked her out, where is a single mom with a child supposed to live? I ignored her, held Lucy, and turned back to my room. When I was 25 weeks pregnant, Riley divorced her husband and left with her child, taking nothing. Emily kept complaining to me about how hard life was for Riley. Aaron also repeatedly assured me that Riley wouldn't affect our lives, so I agreed to let Riley and her son move in. But from that day on, Emily's heart completely leaned toward Riley's son. I didn't say anything, just made up my mind. When my baby is born, if Emily doesn't have time to help, I'll hire a nanny. In my past life, that was indeed my plan. But in the end, I couldn't make it happen. Emily said, I can take care of them. Why spend extra money on a nanny? But in the end, I was the only one taking care of the child. Every day, I had to work on illustrations for others, take care of my daughter, and still find time to cook and clean. Emily and the unemployed Riley refused to do anything. Under such circumstances, I single-handedly raised Nora. But Riley's son, Anton James, was raised by Emily herself. Compared to Nora, she favored Anton more and even allowed him to bully Nora. After Nora and I died, she hated me for dragging Riley to death with me. She didn't bury us, but instead allowed Anton to scatter our ashes. Aaron watched all this happen and then turned around, took my house and property, and married the woman he had been involved with during my pregnancy. I am now 29 weeks pregnant, lying in bed, stroking my belly and thinking about divorce. Half asleep, I drifted off, until a piercing cat's cry startled me awake. Beast, how dare you bite me? Aaron roughly grabbed Lucy by the neck, a fierce look on his face as he was about to walk out. I jumped out of bed, rushed in front of him, grabbed Lucy, and screamed, What are you doing? What do you want to do to my cat? A trace of impatience flashed in Aaron's eyes, followed by a fake smile. Better not keep this cat. Didn't Riley say cats have toxoplasmosis, which isn't good for kids? For the sake of the child, let's send it away. Before I could speak, Riley's mocking voice came from outside the door. Aaron, don't waste your effort. What does it matter to you if she keeps a cat? Anyway, she's carrying a girl. If the baby turns out to be a fool, just divorce her. Emily immediately asked nervously, Riley, did you go with Violet for the ultrasound? Is it really a girl? Riley said confidently, Mom, trust me, she's carrying a girl. Then let her keep the cat. If she gives birth to a fool, she'll be the one to regret it. Emily stayed silent, and Aaron didn't say a word either. I couldn't hold it in and burst out laughing. Riley is Emily's daughter, and she loves loves her dearly, but when it comes to me, they don't want me to have a daughter. It's ridiculous. I stared at Aaron, my gaze cold. Aaron, there's no need to wait until the baby is born. Tomorrow, we'll file for divorce.